a special police unit to be set up along the volatile Isiolo-Wajir border. Seeking divine intervention, Muslim faithful flock Orahe ground to pray for rain amid ravaging drought. This is Easy Friday and welcome to the live broadcast. My name is Shiksha Arora. The sign language interpreter tonight is Lucy Moara. And top on the bulletin, Homa Bay residents were in high spirits following the return of President William Ruto to the Lakeside County. Now, the head of state had initially visited Homa Bay County in October for a church service at the African Inland Church in Homa Bay town and promised to be back to commission various development projects. He lived to that promise today, tickling the crowd with his remarks on the voting pattern in last year's general elections. Wycliffe Okech sampled the views of residents on Ruto's return.
Nilikuja hapa siku ile, nilikalala hapa kwenu, tukaongea hapo kwa sokoni hapo na wananchi wa hapa, na niliwaambia mnikumbuke jameni. Lakini sasa nyinyi, hata nyinyi naye mko na maneno. Unajua sasa Agwambo huko kwetu hata kwa Kinarigadi Agwambo alipata 25%, huko kwetu akapata 28%, hapa mlipatia 1%. Nini?
President is down to earth. He has come to Homa Bay to be with us. We are very happy. He has cited about the mothers. He'll be giving us housing. We are very, very happy. To the women of Homa Bay, let us embrace peace. It is peace, peace, peace.
Tumeshukuru sana maneno yenye imefanyika hapa. Tumeshukuru Mr. President kwa tutembelea na yale ahadi yote ametupatia. Tunaomba kwa unyenyekevu. Tumeshukuru sana.
Na hiyo ndio kitu tulikuwa tunataka hapa Homa Bay. Tuache hii siasa ati hii ni yetu. Tupigeni siasa ile inajenga kila mtu, inajenga Mkenya kama vile president amesema.
For the next 4 years, if we work together with His Excellency President William Ruto, I think the Nyanza is going to develop.
Na tumefurahi sana. Hata tumesikia president anaongea ati hii kitu imekujia watu wa Homa Bay. Na sisi ni watu wa chini. Tumekushukuru governor yetu Gladys Wanga. Na president amesema atarudi tena. Karibu tena president wetu.
All smiles there. Now, President William Ruto has kicked off his 2-day working tour of Nyanza region as he moves to reassure Kenyans that his government will work with all leaders despite their political affiliations. The head of state commissioned several projects in Homa Bay County ahead of this, as the head of state will wind off his tour of the region on Saturday after gracing the homecoming ceremony of ICT and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo. Achola Simon has these details. Take a look.
President William Ruto kicked off his 2-day working visit in Luo Nyanza region, a stronghold of his main competitor in the last general poll, Raila Amolo Odinga.
Niliwaambia msiponipanga vizuri, mimi nitawastaki kwa Mungu. Sasa nilijaribu kustaki nyinyi kwa Mungu. Na nikaona nikiwashtaki kwa Mungu mimi ndio nitapata hasara. Kwa sababu wakili wa Wakenya ndio mimi. Lakini tumekubaliana tutapanga hii ya maendeleo pamoja.
The visit a second in as many months, even as President remains keen to woo a region that has for years been the opposition stronghold.
Niwahakikishie nyinyi, nikiwahakikishia Wakenya wengine wote ya kwamba hakuna Mkenya, hakuna jamii, hakuna county itabaki nyuma.
Excellency, there are no people for national government and people for county government. These people are the people of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore, as the Constitution anticipates, we must work together to be able to deliver for the people of this for the people of this county the services that they elected us to deliver.
Your Excellency,
There are many things that we agree on, and there could be a few things that we don't agree on. Today, as the leaders of Homa Bay, we have decided to focus on the things that we agree on. And the things that we agree on are centered around development.
The head of state first made political leadership drawn from the 4 counties of Homa Bay, Kisumu, Migori and Siaya counties at the Tom Mboya University in Homa Bay before commissioning a number of projects that included Homa Bay Modern Market and the construction of 5,000 affordable housing units in Homa Bay County.
Na hapa leo tumeanzisha mambo ya locus ama affordable housing. Tutajenga nyumba hapa 5,000.
The president emphasizing his commitment to working with all leaders irrespective of their political affiliation. Sentiments echoed by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua.
Homa Bay nyinyi mumefika kwa wingi na furaha na mapenzi kwa rais wetu William Ruto. Haki nimetolea nyinyi kofia watu ya Homa Bay.
The president is set to hold more meetings with elected leaders at Kisumu State Lodge before commissioning development projects in Bondo, Siaya County, and eventually gracing the homecoming ceremony of the Information, Communication, Technology and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary, Eliud Owalo, in Siaya County. Achola Simon, Easy Friday, Homa Bay County.
Quite the picture there, united Kenya indeed. Now moving on, a special police unit is set to be established at the Yamicha area and a police station in Malkagala, Isiolo County to beef up security in the area that has reported frequent banditry attacks in the recent years. National Police Reservist guns have also been secured with a recruitment already ongoing for the Isiolo North and South areas. Area Governor Abdi Guyo has called on the Isiolo-Wajir border security forces to exercise mutual respect during the operations to safeguard the residents.
Isiolo County Boss Abdi Guyo is calling for mutual respect and adherence to the rule of law by security officers operating along the volatile Wajir-Isiolo border area, following an incident where officers from the anti-stock theft unit in Wajir County allegedly conducted an operation to recover stolen animals in the Dachalafa area of Merchi sub-county in Isiolo and shot in the air, causing panic among the locals who live in constant fear of attacks by armed raiders from the neighboring county.
What happened? Ndio tukifuatilia tujue tunafuatilia nini? Incident imeripotiwa. Risasi imepigwa.
Addressing members of the public at the Dachalafi yesterday, Governor Guyo noted that such operations should be conducted in full knowledge of the sub-county security team in Merti, calling for investigations into the incident to unearth what transpired and led to the shooting so that the appropriate action can be taken against those involved.
Lakini kama wamejulisha nyinyi na tujue reason ni gani, then tunaweza ambia watu wetu shida ni hii, hapa makosa iko hapa na turekebishe. Kiona makosa iko kwa raia yangu, mimi nakuja kuambia mrekebishe. Lakini kama makosa iko pande hiyo ama lapse iko kwa watu wetu hapa, tutawachukulia tu hatua, tutawasukuma kwa ukuta kabisa, kwa sababu mimi nimechaguliwa kulinda maslahi ya nini ya wananchi.
Local authorities are being employed in Isiolo North and South areas to beef up security in the regions. The governor added the vetting and recruitment process is set to be completed by the end of January, expressing optimism that the availability of NPR guns will go a long way towards enabling the local pastoralist communities defend themselves and their property against aggressors who steal and kill with ease, since the locals are not armed.
Now, thousands of Muslim faithful in Wajir County, led by Area Governor Ahmed Abdullahi, flocked Orahe ground to offer special prayers for rains as the parts of country continue to experience prolonged drought and water shortage. Governor Abdullahi called on development partners and the national government to redouble their efforts, especially in relief food aid provision.
Over 4.5 million Kenyans in 23 counties are urgently in need of relief food. Wajir County is among the affected and the situation is deteriorating. On Thursday morning, thousands of Muslim faithful and area leaders led by Governor Ahmed Abdullahi converged at Orahe grounds to offer special prayer for rains.
We need to do more. We are now in a disaster emergency footing. It can't get any worse than this, and we pray for rains.
During the prayer, the faithful sought intervention of Allah, rising up their hands seeking favor and the gift of rains for people affected by famine. The Islamic traditional prayers, referred as special prayers for rain, are performed to seek God's intervention when rain fails, resulting in severe crisis to all living things.
It is only Him that can save us and can provide us sustenance. It is through Allah that we seek His guidance and we seek His abundance in providing us rain, which will give us sufficient fodder, animal feed, crop, and sustenance.
All we are doing is to seek the favor of God, to pray to Him to get us out of this disaster. It's only the hand of God. Not much effort either from the county government or the national government is able to get rid of this situation. So we are seeking God's favor and His benevolence to get us out of this disaster.
Governor Hamed Abdullahi appealed for an urgent scale-up of humanitarian assistance, saying the county's resources are overstretched.
And as we pray, we're also asking for more intervention. We have engaged the national government at the highest level, and they're also doing their very best. And they've given us assurances they will increase the support, especially in food relief during this very trying moment.
A similar appeal was made by political and religious leaders.
In other news, the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance is condemning the appointment of Abu Dhabi National Oil Company Sultan Al Jaber as the president-designate of the 2023 Climate Change Conference, COP28. The consortium of organizations termed the appointment as ironical for a fossil fuel giant like Abu Dhabi National Oil Company to lead the climate change discussions. They're now calling on the president-designate to step down and allow the appointment of appropriate leaders to spearhead the United Arab Emirates talks.
The appointment of an oil company chief to the position of president-designate of the 2023 Climate Change Conference on 10th of January has been met by resentment and dismissal by the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance. Members of the consortium terming the appointments as ironical, as they pointed out that the CEO heads a company that is seeking to develop oil resources by increasing the upstream crude production through agreements of new exploration and production.
We see this as a threat to the global commitment of divesting from dirty energy for the sake of limitation of the temperatures to what science says 1.6 degrees, 2.5 degrees Celsius.
COP28 requires a demonstrably conflict-free, strong leadership to withstand the current thrust of interest in fossil fuels.
The representatives present further adding that an oil executive cannot preside over a process that is tasked to address the climate crisis with such scale of conflicts of interest heading an industry that is responsible for the crisis.
For us to have an individual taking leadership who has double interest, this will be the greatest disadvantage to this planet.
If we have fossil fuel executives driving climate talks, which direction are we taking?
They further equated the appointment to putting a fox in charge of a hen house as they sought the stepping down of the appointee.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
Yusufa reporting for Easy Friday.
Now, a family in Mudete village, Vika County, is seeking financial assistance to aid in a surgical treatment of their son. 8-year-old Emmanuel Musasia has had painful stomach and leg tumours for the last 5 years. The family needs 1.8 million shillings for treatment.
Oscar Adagala, the father to Emmanuel Musasia, says his son's condition began with a tumor on his left arm 5 years ago. He was taken to hospital and was treated. A few months later, the wound returned and caused a swelling in his stomach, which spread to his left rib and later to his leg.
tukaja tukagundua iko uvimbe pande ya mkono wa kushoto, ya pande ya kushoto, na tena upande ya kulia kwa hizi kidneys kulikuwa tena na uvimbe. So tukaona ya kifua inaendelea kukuja ikifura kidogo, tukaanza kuona mguu ya kushoto pia inafura. So zote hii kifura, hii inafura tena pande.
The family has explored a number of treatments, but young Musasia has not responded to them. The swelling has seen the boy withdraw from his friends and is rarely in the company of his peers.
Kila daktari ripoti yake alikuwa anatuambia huyu mtoto ako sawa, sababu hata vipimo zenyewe zilikuwa zinaonyesha ni mtoto ako sawa. Lakini tukawa tunashangaa ni kwa nini ako sawa na uvimbe inaendelea sasa, inaanza na mguu, inaendelea sasa na mkono na kifua. Pia ukiangalia kwa mgongo yake nyuma akiinama kuna uvimbe pia.
The pain from the swelling has seen him miss school, which is greatly affecting his performance.
Anaweza kaa hata kwa nyumba hata wiki mbili kama hatoki nje. So ni mtoto mwerevu vile tunamuona hivi. Lakini utatizi wa ugonjwa inamfanya anakuwa nyuma kidogo, sababu vitu mingi anaenda shule kama wengine washapita kwa hiyo masomo.
The family is now urging well-wishers to come to their aid so they can be able to cater for their son's medical expenses. The family is saying their wages as casual laborers are too little to cater to their son's medical expenses. The boy needs 1.8 million shillings for the surgery.
Equivalent amount ilikuwa 1.8 million of which hiyo pesa kwa mtu kama mimi ni kitu siwezi kabisa.
For any assistance, you can send your contribution to the boy's father, Oscar Adagala, on 0717 762139, 0717 762139, or the boy's mother, Mercy Lumasira, on 0710 718116, 0710 718116. Jacqueline Masharia for Easy Friday.
1 micron and take.
Remember, anything goes a long way. Now moving on, a standard 7 boy at Bidin Primary School in Kwale County is recuperating at the Coast General Teaching and Referral Hospital after undergoing a successful catarrh surgery funded by Mombasa Cement Factory. 14-year-old Samson Mwangale says his eye problem started as an eye itch last year that later turned into a pimple, leading to a big growth around the left eye.
Speaking from his hospital bed, Samson Mwangale said he was forced to drop out of school because his parents could not afford specialized medical treatment, and by the time of seeking specialized treatment at the level 5 referral hospital, the ailment had escalated.
Nikaenda nikapigwa picha, wakasema hicho bado iko sawa. Nikakaa miezi miwili, nikarudi nyumbani, nikawa nakuja kliniki mpaka tarehe 6 mwezi wa 12 ndio nikaletwa ward.
Mwangale says his eye problem started as an itch and later resulted in a tumor around his eye. Renson Zoka, medical officer in charge of the male surgical ward, confirmed the young boy, who is also living with albinism, was admitted at the facility on December 6th last year, and a successful eye surgery was conducted on 22nd December to remove the right eye.
Kwa mara nyingi huwa ni cancerous cells ndio zinasababisha hiyo. Mtu anapata kansa ya jicho, na alikuwa na tumor kwa kichwa. Hiyo ndio ili affect hiyo jicho. After hiyo tumor imetolewa, ika affect hiyo jicho yake. Ndio ikabidi sasa hiyo jicho ing'olewe.
The 400,000 shillings medical bill for the surgery was catered by Mombasa Cement Company as part of its corporate social responsibility.
Hadi sasa tunamwangalia na pia offer mzee wake tumweke kijana huyu kwa shule yetu KP Junior ambao iko pale Mtwapa, aendelee na masomo yake. Kwa sababu ya matibabu ni lazima baada every alternate day aje for dressing hapa.
Balo said the company will also cater for Mwangale's education.
We wish him a speedy recovery. Now, Narok County Governor Patrick Ntutu has dispatched a team of investigators to unravel the mystery around the increased arson attacks recently witnessed within the Central Business District. Speaking after a meeting with a section of his top administration and local politicians, Governor Ntutu said 5 concurrent fire incidents that have led to losses of properties are a matter of concern to his administration, saying their root cause must be investigated. These and more stories in our county roundup.
The governor assured that 5 firefighter trucks will be made available to contain any fires, with 3 trucks assigned to Narok Town and its environs, while 2 will be assigned to Kilgoris. Ntutu at the same time recognized individuals who offer a hand during disasters. Firefighters based at the William Olentimama Stadium, whose previous contract had expired, were reported to have abandoned duty and disappeared.
Nimetoa timi ambayo itachunguza hii moto ilikuwa accident ama kuna mtu ambaye anafanya hivyo. Kwa sababu kama ni mtu anafanya ili watu wengi waumie hivi, hatuwezi kubali kama serikali yenyu.
Wakati hiyo yote moto ikitokea, tukikuja hapa, hata gari ya kaunti ikitaka kuja, iko wengine wenu ambayo ni wachache wanasema hata hiyo gari ya kaunti imechelewa, wanapiga mawe, wanataka kuchoma. Hiyo vitu hatutaki kusikia na hatutaki kuona.
Elsewhere, Kirinyaga Central Member of Parliament Joseph Gashoki Gitari has urged leaders and other institutions offering bursaries to students to share their data to avoid duplication of beneficiaries. Speaking at Kirinyaga National Government Constituency Development Fund offices in Kerugoya, Gashoki said strengthening of day schools is one of the measures that will be employed to ensure education is affordable to all.
If these things are streamlined, and that what we are doing in Kirinyaga Central, what we have agreed, we want to have a database of all the people who will apply for bursary. So when we have student A being given by the MCA bursary, is not eligible for the other bursary.
In Embu County, the elderly have decried delayed process of Inua Jamii cash transfer program stipend at various collection points and call on the government to facilitate a smooth transfer of funds by bringing the facilities closer to them. Since the commencement of the exercise, various contracted banks branches in Embu town have been a beehive of activity as hundreds of beneficiaries queued to receive their money.
Na nilifika hapa saa moja na sasa sitapata. Sasa na sijui nitatoka hapa saa ngapi. Hata kulala tunaweza kulala hapa. Sababu hii namba ikifikirika kutakuwa usiku na sita kwenda huko nyumbani, nitalala hapa.
Finally, residents of Ngewa Ward have come out in large numbers to register for the ongoing free NHIF Universal Healthcare Program sponsored by the Kiambu County Government. Speaking during the exercise in Ngewa Ward, MCA Charles Kang'ethe Gitau said this exercise has come at an appropriate time when the burden of healthcare among the citizens has been increasing daily, coupled with the rise in the cost of living. Gitau further said that Ngewa Ward residents are mostly elderly, noting the program will be of great benefit to them.
The first registration will happen now, the second registration will come after 2 weeks. So I hope that people will continue coming out. By the end of the day, we target the 3,000, and if we hit the target, we'll be good to go.
Nimeshukuru gavana wetu kwa kutuletea hapa karibu. Na sasa kila mtu hapa atachukua.
For Easy Friday, I'm Alvin Kaunda.
And with that, it's time for us to take our first commercial break, but we will be back shortly. Don't go too far. This is Easy Friday.
Nimesahau kucheza Loto Moto. Usisahau kucheza Loto Moto. Shinda milioni 2 kila siku kwenye M-Pesa. Chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number 7570 2070. Account number andika neno loto, kisha weka star na nambari yako ya simu. Weka kiwango chochote cha pesa kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi 2,000.
Aulali.
Lipa kisha subiri draw. Welala, nitakutimizia ndoto zako. Milioni 2 usiamini. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB.
You and her can be Baba Jane's wives.
Sharing is caring.
Karibu chai iko tayari.
But your mom needs help.
Enda. Na ukiachwa kitu yoyote awezi deal nayo.
Mbona uko kwa bwana wako?
Huku ni kwetu.
I've never killed anyone before.
If mom is not happy, I can't be, yeah?
Could you please come over?
Mark is trouble.
Yani utaki niingia hata kwako?
Mixing business with the personal matters. Baba Jane. I love you so much, Krista.
Are you too serious about this marriage business?
Jumapili hii kwenye runinga ya KBC, ungana naye Askofu Michael Wanderi wa kanisa la Christian Foundation Fellowship Kiambu kuanzia saa 1 hadi saa 2 asubuhi.
Ningetaka nikwambie, our Jehovah God, because the Bible says he is the same yesterday, today and forevermore. He is able to take you to a place of abundance. He is able to take you to Rehoboth in the name of Jesus Christ.
Kipindi ni neno la neema, ukiletewa naye Askofu Michael Wanderi wa kanisa la Christian Foundation Fellowship Kiambu. Usikose.
What do you have in mind?
Kisima Drops, good morning. This company is where it is because of me.
I know you will never get tired of reminding us of the fact, but I'm not going to let you ruin this company because of your fights with Melissa.
Calvin is doing drugs.
I thought you were changing your ways. You have disappointed me once more.
I used to think that you'd do anything for us. But now you've become this person who ruins things that have taken people years to build.
Just hold on.
Roger. Istamboya kutoka kwa hii kampuni. Nani mwingine mwenye anaweza faidika financial?
Melissa.
Tunachunguza mauaji.
Unanishuku.
This is my company, and no one is going to take it away from me.
I am taking over this company.
Itabidi mimi na wewe tuzane, tujaze ofisi sawa.
Forget about it!
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Welcome back to Easy Friday. Now, the very much dreaded month of January, popularly known as January, is trading blows with the savage netizens who might have excessively overspent during the holidays. The switch back to the reality of going an entire month without salaries has left the keyboard warriors ranting online. Some wondering how many months are in January? Well, find out right here on Savage Netizens.
Welcome to January, just the beginning of the year, and the netizens are already complaining. So let's find out what's riling up the keyboard warriors.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes, you heard it right. Happy New Year, netizens, because we just began the 200 days of January. Mr. Fact asked, so salary ya December ndio ya Christmas, New Year, school fees na rent? Hazel, grappling to understand the situation, asked, no, but how was salary ya December supposed to cater for a month that has 7 weeks?
The question is how?
Robert tweeted a picture of a man seated on the floor making a call asking, "Hello, hapo ni loft? Hii receipt niko nayo ni pombe mliniuzia ama shamba?" Chuma tweeted, all that December salary is for until 77th day of January. Cry. Super MC concluding on the matter tweeted, "Bwana, munilipie tena salary ya December. I swear this time nitaitumia vizuri." Netizens are now finding out that Sukuma Wiki is called Sukuma Wiki for a reason. I'll even translate. Push the week. For the tables have turned and they are eating greens as if they are dowry. The keyboard warriors are even back to analyzing the health benefits of cabbage and Sukuma Wiki. Emma asked, "What are the health benefits of cabbage?" The response, "Better eyesight, keeps you hydrated, slows aging." What? You're being funny. Kerry wrote, "Someone is sharing the health benefits of eating cabbage. January is January." Oshun responded, "That is the official January announcement." Harmos tweeting a picture of cabbages in the farm wrote, "Our current nyama choma, nyama boil, nyama karanga, nyama kila kitu. Cabbage is indeed January and January is cabbage. We can't run away." Well, let's dial back to why netizens are on the edge of January finances. Mbwembwe na sherehe za December is what got us all to this very moment, and it's definitely worth highlighting. See you next week on Savage Netizens. For Easy Friday, I am Teresa Mutai.
Well, good news. It's just 15 days to the next month. Moving on. Nekesa or Wekesa, Wanyonyi or Naliaka. The naming of babies among the Abaluya community is influenced by various factors, especially seasons of the year. Now, this is our focus tonight on My Culture.
The Abaluya of Kenya have systematic ways of naming children. The Luya ethnic group consists of at least 16 dialect-speaking subgroups. These include Abakayo, Bukusu, Abanyala, Abanyore, Abatotso, Abetako, Abesuka, Abakabras, Abakisa, Abalogoli, Abamarachi, Abasamia, Abatachoni, Abatiriki and Abawanga.
Peana majina inajulikana, hii ni majina ya watu fulani na area fulani. Kama huku Luyaland tuko na watu Wanyala, Wapukusu, wa Marakori, Watukani wako na majina ya kwana, lakini sisi kama Waisuka tuko na majina kama Shokhonjera, Wangwa, Mwanda, Imbula, vitu kama hiyo.
Some children are named based on particular seasons such as harvesting, planting, weeding, drought, rainy, hunger, plowing, sunset, among others.
Majina zetu tulikuwa tunapeana kulingana na ukoo yenu, kitu cha kwanza tunapeana na msimu, kitu cha pili, ya tatu tunapeana kulingana na majira. Ni nini kimetokea ndio mtoto akasaliwa.
The harvesting season is referred to as Mulikesa. The male name is differentiated from the female version with the initial sound. The male name begins with the letter W, as the female starts with the letter N, from which the names Wekesa and Nekesa are derived. Other Luya sub-tribes name their children based on the rainy season with the name of Fula for the male child and Nafula for the girl child. Rain is regarded as a blessing and assurance of abundance of food among the Abaluya people. Some Luya sub-tribes name their children based on weeding season, hence the male name Wanyonyi and Naliaka for the female. Other children are named in line with drought, with Simi Simiyu being the name for the male child, while the female child is Nasimiyu. However, the Batsoto sub-tribe has a different name, Kubaso, meaning sunny season. Some children are named based on the season of hunger, the name Wanjala or Wanzala for the male child and Anzala or Wanjala for the female child. Others are named during plowing season with the name Nalima for the girl child. Nalima is derived from the word kulima, which means plowing or digging. Some children are given names based on the hour of the day they are born. For instance, the name Nabuire for the girl child and Wabuire for the boy child, indicating the child was born at sunset. While some children are also named after their dead relatives, they believe that the dead remain alive in the born children. At the same time, a few of the Luya sub-tribes name their children based on planting season. The name for the male child born during planting season is Nyarotso, and the girl child is named Yamicha. Other factors that determine ways in which children are named include naming after a role model, celebrities or a famous person, traits of family members, added nicknames because of age sets, but insist on giving them a cultural name to identify the child with the family. Each surname is carefully chosen and bears a strong meaning for the family.
Tulikuwa tunaita viongozi kama MPs, kuna watoto wanaitwa Dichoti, kuna watoto wanaitwa Hamasi, kuna watoto wanaitwa Luvembe, kuna watoto wanaitwa Seth Lukonzo, fans wa mpira. Anasaa mtoto, anaona yule anashabikia kwa timu fulani ya Manchester ama Arsenal, anaita mtoto huyu anaitwa Rooney, huyu anaitwa fulani, huyu anaitwa fulani, na hiyo ndio tunasema imeanza kupoteza culture yetu. Lakini ikiwezekana hata ukiita anaitwa Rooney, anaitwa Ronaldo, muite hiyo jina ya kisungu moja, lakini yenu ya kiuko ni lazima.
In some cases, the children are named during hair shaving ceremony, and if a child does not belong to the family, it is expected they will not survive. If a child is born out of wedlock, naming is done during shaving, and elders include the aunts, who are the ones who choose the name.
Lazima ulete ripoti wa mtoto ataletwa kunyolewa, tujipange, tuanze kueleza vile atanyolewa, na tuko na kulingana na mila, tuko na yale tunafanya officially mtoto kunyolewa. Hatuwezi tukanyoa tu mtoto leo asubuhi tunanyoa mtoto leo asubuhi, hapana. Tunanyoa mtoto kwa style yake, tunachukua wamama wale watakuja kumnyoa, na tena china inatengwa, msendi ana propose.
Reporting for My Culture, I'm Jackie Wambiru.
Now, top in business tonight, the government plans to complete construction of 10 dams in this financial year to improve access to water from the current 70% to 80%. Environment and Climate Change Principal Secretary Festus Ngeno says the dams under construction include Thwake Multipurpose Dam, which is 72% complete. This emerged during the last day of public hearing and participation forum for the 2023-2024 budget in Nairobi.
Cyclic drought has destroyed crops, killed livestock and wildlife, and threatened Kenya's food supply. About 4.35 million Kenyans in 9 counties, including Kilifi, Mandera, Marsabit, Turkana, Isiolo, Wajir, Samburu, Kitui and Kajiado are the worst hit. To avert the crisis, the government is being encouraged to spearhead rain runoff water harvesting and water conservation techniques.
There is a budget for sinking boreholes, for water pans. It is not adequate. We are reaching out to enough development partners, but there is a plan. We have about 77 billion for water projects. 194 were done in the last financial year. More will be done in this financial year.
As a sector,
we are constrained in terms of resources. Our priorities is critical in terms of what we need to deliver, but the resources are very minimal, and everyone needs more resources to deliver on their mandate.
Wildlife Principal Secretary Sylvia Museya says a plan is being put in place to make it mandatory for all building plans in the counties to have provision for water harvesting system and storage.
Harvesting is a function of the county government. We assist them, so a lot of efforts are done by county governments, but the idea is, can we coordinate, can we collaborate? Sometimes they do not have the resources, but they have the data on where to harvest water.
The government plans to fast-track construction of large multipurpose and medium-sized dams by June next year. The 10 dams under construction include Thwake Multipurpose Dam, which is 72% complete, Mzima 2 Project, Maragua 4 Dam, Keben, Masinga Dam, Itare Dam, among others. The public hearing and participation forum for the 2023-2024 budget came to a close today after presentation from environment, water, natural resources, public administration, international relations, social protection, culture and recreation sectors. Wairi Mujenga for Easy Friday.
Now, the Kenya Maritime Authority has rolled out a crackdown on unlicensed seafarers operating in Kenyan waters. Kenya Maritime Authority Coast Regional Manager Alex Munga says the authority will inspect and certify vessels for operations in efforts to enhance compliance with the Merchant Shipping Act of 2009.
Tragedy engulfed Jomo Kenyatta Public Beach, famously known as Pirates Beach in Mombasa County, on Christmas Day last year after 2 people lost their lives. The incident raised questions about the safety of vessels operating on the waters. This has prompted the Kenya Maritime Authority KMA to roll out an awareness campaign to sensitize members of the public about water safety precautions. The Kenya Maritime Authority has also started a crackdown on marine vessels operating in Kenyan waters without the requisite registration and licenses.
Since we are doing this exercise not for the sake of harassing any operator in our country, and for us to encourage compliance, we, together with the Office of the ODPP, decided to apply the diversion policy, where violators who admit non-compliance are taken through the diversion policy, where they sign an agreement that they will make changes within a period of time before they go back to operations.
While addressing the press at Marine Park Malindi, Kenya Maritime Authority Coast Regional Manager Alex Munga urged all owners and operators of marine vessels to have them registered and obtain requisite licenses from relevant bodies for operation. Frederick Moki for Easy Friday.
Meanwhile, Kericho County is looking to increase investment in value addition through agroprocessing. Kericho Governor Eric Mutai says value addition would enable farmers to increase earnings from agricultural produce, which is the county's mainstay. Here are the details of this and other stories in our corporate briefs.
The Kericho Agricultural Trade Show has offered the devolved unit an opportunity to showcase its capacity to host and support the growth of diverse enterprises. Kericho Governor Eric Mutai said his team was working to ensure manufacturing and agro-processing opportunities in the area can be exploited by investors.
We have seen very nice products from our farms, ranging from tissue bananas and cultured bananas. We have seen hearts of avocados. We have seen from the University of Kabianga how they can make a pineapple which they buy at 40 shillings. They add value until it is 1,000, the product that comes out of it.
Meanwhile, the Western Development Initiative Association is calling on politicians to offer the investors managing Mumias Sugar Company a conducive environment to operate. Led by its chairman Joseph Baraza, the association said the political bickering was negatively affecting the progress the miller has been making in recent months.
This is our factory. And therefore, I would just want to appeal to those maybe who may be fueling such propaganda to desist from it, because it will only but be killing our factory.
Finally, the Kenya Association of Music Producers has elected Angela Ndambuki as its first female chairperson in history. Angela, who doubles as the Regional Director Sub-Saharan Africa at the International Federation of Phonographic Industry, was elected on the mantra of a transformational leadership based on transparent revenue models, greater accountability on collections, and progressive changes to improve collection management systems and revenue. Ndota Mokami for Easy Friday.
Now, Apple Chief Executive Tim Cook will see his annual pay package slashed by more than 40% this year. The technology giant says Cook requested the cut after criticism from shareholders. Here are the details of this and other stories from across the globe.
Apple's compensation committee awarded him a total target compensation of $49 million for 2023. The move will see Cook's annual base salary unchanged at $3 million, as well as a bonus of up to $6 million. The biggest difference to his pay package is how he'll be awarded shares in the firm. In 2022, the company granted him $75 million worthy of shares, half of which were based on how well Apple's performed on the stock market. For this year, his stock award target has been cut to $40 million, dependent on share performance. Last year, Cook's compensation was $84 million, although his actual total pay was $99.4 million. Meanwhile, Egypt's annual headline inflation rose to 21.9% in December 2022, fueled by increases in the prices of basic commodities, up from 6.5% in December 2021. Egypt's Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics says the monthly inflation rose by 2.1%, hitting 19.2% in November 2022. It said the prices of food rose 4% annually in the last month of 2022, with outstanding increases in subcategories such as fruits, dairy products, and grains. Economists say the rise of inflation in December was expected to the devaluation of the local currency and is predicted to further increase in January. Finally, a survey by the European Parliament Eurobarometer shows that 93% of Europeans find the rising cost of living their most pressing worry. According to the survey carried out between October 12th and November 7th, 46% of respondents say that their standard of living has already been reduced, while a further 39% expect this to be their case in the year to come. Other factors weighing on the minds of the Europeans include the threat of poverty and social exclusion, climate change, the Ukraine crisis, and the risk of a nuclear incident.
Nimesahau kucheza Loto Moto. Usisahau kucheza Loto Moto. Shinda milioni 2 kila siku kwenye M-Pesa. Chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number 757070. Account number andika neno Loto. Kisha weka star na nambari yako ya simu. Weka kiwango chochote cha pesa kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi 2000.
Aulali.
Lipa kisha subiri draw. Welala. Nitakutimizia ndoto zako. Milioni 2 usiamini. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB.
Destiny, I wanna rule my destiny.
What destiny are you going to do? If you come drunk like this at 9 a.m. in the morning,
yes, mbona it is his destiny.
What destiny if he is drunk like this?
So what do you propose, Professor Theophilus?
Guys, I really don't think teacher is doing okay.
How do you know?
Yes, how do you know? Are you a mind Linda?
You never know. Maybe she can read his body language.
Which language is that?
Pesa, Agneta. If you don't have pesa, take it.
In short, guys, I am carrying
demanding that this peasant explain to me why he was spying on you in your bedroom.
Hey, I wasn't spying.
And there's no reason why I should explain myself to a mannequin like you. Hey, you have to respect me.
Stop! Enough! What you're asking me, what is going on,
I'll
Dad?
be more direct than Fabiola. Explain to me what you were doing outside our house, kissing the veterinarian. Did you come here while I wasn't here?
Not at all, matey. There's no reason for me to. Oh, wait. What's the matter? Is something stolen? Is something missing?
Nothing's missing. The reason I asked is for curiosity. But it's your own mistake. Because when a woman realizes she can play with another person, it's not her fault. It's just the fault of a man.
Tell me why last night you lied to your boyfriend about it. Why didn't you tell him what I was doing in your bedroom?
Mara mingi mwanamke akifika pale atakuwa na ile roho ya utu. Atafika pale atafute jinsi anaweza saidia kiye mwenyewe ndio afikiane kulingana na serikali inaweza saidia.
Sisi kama wanawake tunaelewana. First, mwanamke hata kwa pale nyumbani unapata mwanamke analeta some changes kama that cool environment kwa nyumba. Hakuna that authoritative venye wanaume wako.
It's a challenge for seeing a woman to rise within a lower community. But it's you to bring your head high, to walk your head high. There are things that are going to be said. Lowering your pants, to be in that position, who cares?
And what about us? Can we join them? So even the women who are in this space, they should do something. Hold the hands of other women. Help to train other women. Do something.
And in sports, 7 award categories have been axed from this year's 19th edition of the Soya Awards Gala, which will be held in Nairobi on the 20th of this month. Organizers of the annual event said they decided to do away with some award categories after COVID-19 pandemic disrupted sporting activities in the country for close to 2 years, especially in schools and colleges.
Soya founder and NOC President Dr. Paul Tergat expressed his gratitude to sporting fraternity for the exemplary performances in athletics relays, tennis, handball, rallying and golf. Tergat was speaking when he received sponsorship boost worth 5 million shillings in cash and in kind from various companies including Communications Authority, Lotto, NSSF, Safaricom, Kenya Pipeline and the Kenya Academy of Sports. 9 award categories will mark this year's Soya Awards after 7 categories were removed due to diverse reasons. Some of the national teams up for recognition are National Rugby 15 side team and the National Under-20 side Chipu. Other teams include Kenya 4x4 meters quartet that clinched bronze at July's Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England, who will be joined by the athletics counterparts of 4x100 meters who brought Kenya a gold at the Senior Africa Athletics Championships in Mauritius. National Cereals and Produce Board handball team who finished second at the East and Central Africa Club Championship in Zanzibar are also up for contention. The awards ceremony returned to Nairobi after the hosting of the previous gala events in Mombasa County, Naivasha in Nakuru County and Kakamega County.
This is the only event that brings all the champions from all federations in one roof, just to celebrate them and say thank you.
During the year, we watch the races, we see the sports, we see the wins and the losses. But this one time with Soya, at least we get to sit and appreciate that.
I think we should avoid such things by talking especially to the upcoming athletes and telling them the disadvantages of doping. I know.
Now, Kenya Premier League leaders Tusker FC will hope to bounce back from their first loss of the season against Bandari when they host second-placed Nzoia Sugar at the Arora Stadium tomorrow afternoon. There will be a total of 6 Kenyan Premier League matches tomorrow with AFC Leopards, Gor Mahia and Sofapaka all in action.
Tusker, who had gone unbeaten since the start of the season, suffered a 2-1 loss to Bandari in their 7th game of the season, but remain at the top of the table with 18 points, 1 point above Nzoia Sugar, who have played a game more. It will be a battle for top honours, as a win for Nzoia will propel them to the top of the table, while a win for Tusker opens a 4-point gap midway through the season.
It will be a tough match, but we are ready to the match. We are ready. We want to collect 3 points. It's necessary. It's good for us to get the momentum back and continue where we belong. And we want to fight for 3 points tomorrow so that we can continue working well, comfortable on top, and even to control the tempo of the game.
5 other matches will also be played tomorrow. Sofapaka will play City Stars, Talanta face Mathare United, AFC Leopards visit Wazito, Police clash with Ulinzi, while Gor Mahia meet Kakamega Homeboys. Meanwhile, it's a sigh of relief to the Kiambu County teams that will represent the county in the 9th edition of the Kenya Inter-County Sports and Cultural Association Kikoska Games in Kisumu County, after Governor Kimani Wamatangi flagged off 335 participants who will represent Kiambu County.
Hiyo budget tuliotengeneza tulijaribu kung'ang'ana nayo sana. Na mimi najua ilikuwa kidogo watu wengi wasafiri na wapate allowance zile sawasawa, haingewezekana. Tulikuwa na upungufu wa pesa na tunajaribu kupunguza matumishi ndio tuhudumia wanakiambu. Na waahidi kwa majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu, mwezi wa 8 sisi tukienda hiyo kikoska ingine, nyinyi mtapata watu wenu na allowance sawasawa.
The Kikoska Games will take place in Kisumu from 14 to 21st January and are expected to bring together at least 8,000 participants.
Now, Fulham manager Marco Silva hailed a great night for the club and the fans as his side beat 10-man Chelsea 2-1 in a fiery West London derby at Craven Cottage. William up to 6th in the Premier League, while the Blues remain 10th on the table, having won only twice in 10 matches in all competitions. Now, World Cup winner Lionel Messi, French striker Kylian Mbappe and Bayern Munich star Sadio Mane are among the nominees for the Best FIFA Men's Player Award. In the women's category, Barcelona's Alexia Putellas and Arsenal striker Vivian Maidema have been nominated.
Argentine forward Lionel Messi will aim to add to his accolades after he was nominated for the Best FIFA Men's Player of the Year. The 35-year-old will battle it out against his PSG teammate Kylian Mbappe, the current holder Robert Lewandowski, Senegal star Sadio Mane, among others, for the trophy he won in the year 2019. Against Arsenal's Vivian Miedema, Sam Kerr of Chelsea, Lyon's Wendy Renard, among others. The nominees for the FIFA Puskas Award, awarded for the best goal, include Mario Balotelli, Dimitri Payet and Theo Hernandez. Argentine coach Lionel Scaloni, Didier Deschamps of France and Morocco's Walid Regragui are among the nominees for the Best Coach Award. FIFA will announce the 3 finalists in each of the 7 categories in early February.
For the world.
And with that, it's time to wrap up tonight's live broadcast. Thank you for watching KBC Channel 1. This is Easy Friday. It has been a pleasure bringing you up to date with all that's happening in, of course, politics, from politics to business to sports. But now it's time for entertainment, and we'll be speaking to Miss Tourism Africa, who is our very own Kenyan, and she is a millennial who has really just risen above all odds and managed to make the country proud with her vision, and it's all about the environment. So we'll be talking to her shortly, so don't go too far. That's happening on the other side. We've also got fantastic music. The Friday Fever is definitely on with Cole Jack, so I'll see you on the other side. Not forgetting our sign language interpreter Lucy Mora. Thank you so much for your service. Remember, the hashtag is Easy Friday. It doesn't stop here. We'll catch you on the other side.
Nimesahau kucheza Loto Moto. Usisahau kucheza Loto Moto. Shinda milioni 2 kila siku kwenye M-Pesa. Chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number 757070. Account number andika neno Loto. Kisha weka star na nambari yako ya simu. Weka kiwango chochote cha pesa kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi 2000.
Aulali.
Lipa kisha subiri draw. Welala. Nitakutimizia ndoto zako. Milioni 2 usiamini. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB.
Destiny, I wanna rule my destiny. What destiny are you going to do? If you come drunk like this at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, mbona it is in destiny.
What destiny if he is drunk like this?
So, what do you propose, Professor Theophilus?
Guys, I really don't think teacher is doing okay.
How do you know?
Yes, how do you know? Are you a mind Linda?
You never know. Maybe she can read his body language.
Which language is that?
Pesa, Agneta. If you don't have pesa, take it.
In short, guys, I am carrying things inside here. Can you imagine?
Are you...
Destiny, I wanna rule my destiny. What destiny are you going to do? If you come drunk like this at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, mbona it is in destiny.
What destiny if he is drunk like this?
So, what do you propose, Professor Theophilus?
Guys, I really don't think teacher is doing okay.
How do you know?
Yes, how do you know? Are you a mind Linda?
You never know. Maybe she can read his body language.
Which language is that?
Pesa, Agneta. If you don't have pesa, take it.
In short, guys, I am carrying things inside here. Can you imagine?
What do you have in mind?
Kisima drops good morning. This company is where it is because of me.
I know you will never get tired of reminding us of the fact, but I'm not going to let you ruin this company because of your fights with Melissa.
Calvin is doing drugs.
I thought you were changing your ways. You have disappointed me once more.
I used to think that you'd do anything for us. But now you've become this person who ruins things that have taken people years to build.
Just hold on.
Roger. Istanbul kutoka kwa hii kampuni. Nani mwingine mwenye anaweza faidika financial?
Melissa.
Tunachunguza mauaji.
Unanishuku.
This is my company. And no one is going to take it away from me.
I am taking over this company.
Itabidi mimi na tuzane. Tujaze ofisi sawa.
Forget about it!
Nimesahau kucheza Loto Moto. Usisahau kucheza Loto Moto. Shinda milioni 2 kila siku kwenye M-Pesa. Chagua lipa na M.
Is a tune. Dial *811 *967 #.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not in your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6.
To get Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, dial *811 *967 hash. *811 *967 hash.
Kiswahili kitukuzwe.
Ukinenwa kama sipo huwa katika neema. Tapo la warongo tapo ni haramu kulegema. Hurudisha kheri nyuma, urongo si kitu chema.
Biashara kianzia, kweli unayo leseni, sote tulipe ushuru.